Good morning, just about 9:13. We appreciate you watching Minnesota Live. You probably saw it on the news here. Just yesterday morning, there was a bear down in Austin. A black bear was spotted wandering around the southern Minnesota city, caught on security camera, and this was early Sunday morning.
A few weeks ago, law enforcement spotted a black bear near Triton High School, just on the edge of Claremont. We ran a story here on Minnesota Live about that, and afterwards, viewer Stephanie sent us a note saying, these kinds of scary warning stories about black bears without explaining the truth about them is very damaging to their survival.
So listen, we thought that this would be great to bringing in an expert, and so we have Andrew Try with us this morning. He is the bear project leader with the DNR. Andrew, thanks for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
All right, so let's talk about Minnesota's black bear population. Is there something going on this time of year where they're on the move, and that's why we tend to see them right now?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the time of year where we see bears showing up in all kinds of places that we wouldn't normally expect. There's a couple things going on. So one, this is the time of the year where mom kicks the little guys out, the yearlings. They're about 17 months old. And they're just trying to figure out how to be bears and not get into trouble. And so, as you might imagine, you kick out a bunch of teenagers, and they're gonna get into bird feeders or come visit people and just figure out how to be a bear. But at the same point, this is also the time when the boys are and the gals are feeling a bit of love in the air. And so you got a lot of males that are young males. They're out and about trying to figure out how to sow their wild oats. And so they're on long distance migrations. This is sometimes when we see bears out like Granite Falls, Redwood Falls, way out in southwestern Minnesota. They follow those river corridors and just pop up into towns, because we build towns, next to rivers, because it's a great place to live. And that's where manufacturing was back in the day, and shipping goods. And so this is where we see bears in all kinds of wild spots. We've had them in St. Paul, outside St. Paul's Union Depot. We've had them up by McAllister College. We've got lots of sightings of bears up on the North Metro, some in the East Metro, some in the South now. And it's just the time of year where bears are moving and grooving, doing their thing. And, the cities has become part of bear range over the last 20 years or so, as well as southern Minnesota. So lots going on.
When you look at like bear habitat, I mean, traditionally speaking, when you look at the state, it's primarily northern Minnesota.
Yeah, that's true. Generally, where you have a lot of forest, that's where bears are going to be. Part of that is an artifact for just the past. In the 1960s, we basically only had bears kind of north of Pine County and kind of northeast of, say, Bemidji or so. There was a naturalist at the park, Itasca State Park, who said they only had 2 bear sightings in the entire year for 1970 or 1971. You can hardly go more than an hour or two at Itasca State Park without seeing a bear these days. And so part of that's the population's recovered. But anywhere there's forest is generally not a bad place to be if you're a bear.
So is the black bear population growing?
Yes, with context.
Okay.
And so to give you kind of a historical perspective, from the 80s until about 2000, we had the population go from 10,000 to about 25, and that's kind of where it peaked, 25,000. Through some management actions, we decided to try to reduce the population. There was lots of property damage, bears getting into crops, that sort of thing. And so it dropped down to about 13,000, somewhere around like 2010, 2012 in there, and it's been growing slowly ever since. However, out in the kind of edge of bear range, that population has been basically growing slow and steady since the mid-1990s. That's when we started to see bears down in Whitewater, Winona. I can't remember if that's B or C on your map, but down in that bugless country. And then also in northwestern Minnesota, which is also a wonderful place to spend 2 weeks for sure. Those bears popped out of the forest during a statewide food failure in '95 and just stayed. There's a lot of good forests kind of in those uplands, and the swamps actually produce a decent amount of berries up there as well. And so it's just been a kind of a slow, steady recovery to where bears were, pre-settlement basically. and people are super tolerant of bears in general. So at least nowadays, and so that has also allowed the bears to expand a bit.
All right, so Andrew, we don't want to give bears a bad rap. We didn't, when we ran a story a few weeks ago that brought the email in, there was something about the school was being let go early, but that was already planned. It had nothing to do with the bear. What should people do if they see a bear in their neighborhood, in their yard? What's the protocol?
Sure. So there's important context with all of it. It is good to get the information out that there are bears, especially in places where people are not accustomed to seeing bears. I got a call last week that they were having track and field day at one of the elementary schools in like Otsego. And there were 3 DNR officers and a police officer on duty, but the bears just like hung out near the elementary school all day, just kind of in the woods. It was a non-event, which is precisely how one would want it to happen. But in general, if you encounter a bear like in your yard, it's best to just like make noise. That could be from the safety of your house. You can go out on your deck or patio and make a lot of noise and scare it off. And then once the bear leaves, you want to see what brought it into the area. This is commonly trash. Bird feeders are a huge one. Hummingbird feeders are not exempt. We call that bear Kool-Aid in the business. Also dog food or grills that might not be clean. So making sure all those things are secured in your yard is really important. But if you're like out on the trail or, out hiking in one of the parks or whatnot, keeping that bear on a leash or keeping the dog on a leash, it'd be tough to put a bear on a leash, I think. But that's the most important thing. And then just making noise and it'll, send the bears off, and they'll run 99% of the time. Mostly these are not inherently dangerous wild animals. These are not grizzly bears. But they are big wild animals, and we want to make sure that we allow them to coexist and do bear stuff, but also are not getting into ours, and we don't want to put humans and bears super close together just to reduce any sort of risk that might happen. So yeah, if you see a bear before it notices you, don't approach it. If the bear sees you, back slowly away, make yourself big, make lots of noise, but just back out the way you came. And once the bear moves off or you have a good safe distance, then you can start to head the other way. But generally it's just a non-event. For a lot of situations, it's just surprising,
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily be scared,
Yeah.
You can certainly take a minute, appreciate it, take a few pictures on your phone. That's not a big deal. Don't approach the thing.
Yep.
Don't be like the tourists in Yellowstone that put the cub in the car or whatever. Don't do that. But in general, it's just a cool thing, and just take some basic steps and you'll be totally safe.
Andrew, thank you for your tips this morning, your insight. We appreciate it. We'll have you back on, talk more bears. I feel like there's a lot to get to in this. So out of time right now, but we thank you for your time. If you'd like more information about